Now, due to this dollar weakness, we have seen a wedge break in the yen. I've mentioned this a couple of times that it happened back in September. We sort of spent a long time building this wedge over here. We broke it to the upside eventually as we sort of broke out, and then we turned very quickly and turned lower. We've got a similar type pattern again. It's a little bit clearer actually on this wedge. We've had two tests up and we are now just rotating lower back into the middle of the wedge, and it would say to me that really your target's got to be the other side of the wedge and ultimately a breakdown through these lows at 87.22s and then really towards these couple of highs at 86.53s and 46s. That's going to be your key area. Anywhere below that and you're going to get dragged down towards this high volume and the 200 MA. So that's what we're looking for the yen on a candlestick chart. Clear rejection higher. Every push higher has been rejected again on this move down. So it's looking pretty weak for the yen. We go and have a look on a profile. This just backs it up quite nicely. This is what we've got on the daily chart. Now this is a weekly profile of the yen, and what we've had, if I just make this a little bit wider for you, we had this one push up in value and then it dropped straight back, and you can see that apart from this one move higher, value has stayed very much in this sort of 88, 81s, really down to sort of 87, 90s, 88, 00 area. So sort of this band of about 100 ticks. And also note that this high volume, these VPOCs from each week have all closed lower. And this is the kind of thing that attracts the market lower. So we got the breakout last week. We got this, quite a lot of dollar weakness following the Fed. And we couldn't shift the VPOC higher. We did get a close high. We spent a bit of time in this upper part of the week. However, we couldn't shift the VPOC. Value, yes, it did shift a little bit higher, but it left a lot of low volume much lower. And that's why we're starting to see this rotation higher. The fact that we couldn't build value outside of last week's value early on this week, we're then just getting sucked back in. And it now looks like I'd be expecting this 88, 81s to hold and value to then build in this area here. It could end up just consolidating for the rest of this week. Remember, we are on a shortened week, so we have really only got tomorrow to trade in. I'd be looking for consolidation in this area, and then it's going to be a case if we really get sucked down and manage to post volume back below 88, 81s, you're looking down towards this VPOC at 88, 18s, and this is really going to confirm the fact that value is not comfortable up in these areas. We're clearly below these two previous highs as well, which come in at 89, 33s and 40s. So again, if we can get value back below them, it is looking reasonably weak for the yen. If we maintain value up here above 88, 81, then we've got the scope next week. It will be an inside week. It's looking very likely at the moment. We can then decide whether we go up or down from there, but any kind of move and shift of value back below 81, and it's looking pretty weak. And I would then start to be thinking in terms of this VPOC getting targeted at 87.30, and then really you're looking right the way back down towards those previous highs at 86.56 and 46, I believe, and then down towards these single prints. So they're going to be your targets for the yen. The profile does back up what you're seeing on a candlestick chart rather nicely. It's just going to be a case of whether we can shift value much lower this week or whether it maintains a little bit higher, and then we've got an inside week to decide where we go from there. All right, guys, I'll leave you with that. Have a good weekend. Have a good Easter break. I will be on for the debrief a little bit later. But for those of you just listening into the FX, have a good weekend and a good Easter, and I will speak to you in a few hours. Cheers, guys.